Coach, I know you've been getting this a lot, but can you talk about how the Bahamas trip came up? Is that an every 4 years thing?
Well, that's what the NCAA says. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to do it every 4 years, but obviously our administration and people that have really been supportive in terms of helping us, because it's it's an expensive trip, but it's a great experience for kids. It's an educational trip, it's an athletic trip, it's a good team bonding trip. You get 10 extra practices, 10 days extra practices, so that's beneficial. And so I think most coaches, for the most part, if they can get it where their kids are a little bit younger and get that, it really helps with the experience of kind of making the bridge for the transformation from freshman to sophomore to the next class up.
Now kids are probably like, oh, Bahamas, that's cool, but for you, it's August and you get extra practice time. Is that probably the biggest
well, it is. These kids have been working very hard. I mean, they've had a hard, the summer. I mean, they lift. Coach Short does a great job. They do a great job with it. So it's just not. Yeah, it's Bahamas, and we are going to have fun down there. We think that's very, very important. When you go on the road for most trips, 99% of trips, I mean, it's a business trip. You can be really a nice place, and you might, sit outside for a few minutes here and there. But it's a business trip. Here, our kids are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have our game days. We'll take it very serious. But the other days, we're not practicing. Then we're just they're going to enjoy themselves. They deserve it.
Your excitement level, because obviously last year you guys were young. This year you're older. You got all the guys back. Where is your excitement level?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm excited because we have kids that are really eager to learn. They do a great job of listening. They're unselfish kids, and that's what makes it enjoyable. And it's fun from a coaching standpoint to see individuals grow and develop, but also putting the pieces together to make a team grow. And just as in life, some days are not going to be good, and some days are better, and it kind of goes ebb and flow. But if we got our emotions and just try to get a little bit better and do our best every single day, things work out.
Coach, how many of these practices can just be beneficial for you in the upcoming season? I mean,
say that again.
Huge, right?
I'm sorry.
The beneficial of having these early practices for just the season ahead. I mean, does it make a huge, huge difference? Just having all these practices early like this, or?
Well, I don't know. I think it's really good. I mean, I don't know what the percent or where it is on that, but I think it's huge because there's a couple things. It's really good for the freshmen. We got 3 new freshmen, so it's really good for them because you're not taking 4 or 5 classes academically and so forth and so on with that. You don't have 8,000 students around, so it's a bridge from high school or prep school to college. Then the older guys, especially because we had so many kids that were freshmen 7, that they have the ability, now they come in, and this is kind of what's funny. There's a big difference between 19-year-olds or a sophomore than 18. Because 18, they don't know anything. They don't know how to be away from home. They don't, everyone's a new person that they're meeting. It's a new system. It's a new lingo. Everything is new. And it comes at them, as I like to say, they're trying to take a drink out of a fire hose. I mean, it is coming fast and furious from a social, academic, basketball situation. So this is a good bridge. So our guys look comfortable, like the sophomores and juniors, they look more comfortable.
But was it difficult for you as a coach to all the success that you guys had over the years and then have a down season, bringing in new guys? How was that for you? Have you ever had a chance to think about it at all?
Oh yeah, we think about it all. What we think about is what we got to do better, and it starts with Jim Cruz. Jim Cruz has got to do a better job. I got to do a better job of teaching. I got to do a better job of encouraging. I got a better job of putting guys in position to be successful. I got to be maybe tougher on them at times. I got to be more patient at times. I mean, that's where it starts. We'll get better if I do better.
Schematically, have you made a lot of changes in terms of what you're looking to do schematically, offensively, defensively?
What fancy words is that? Strategically?
I broke out the thesaurus last night. I've been waiting to break it out for the past 24 hours.
You're like some analyst on TV that use some word that they've never used in their life.
Yeah, you read me like a book there.
He's got a great motor.
Yeah.
So we're doing some new things.
So I bet this extra time.
Yeah. So really, in some point, everyone started. Last year, the experience of being in college and competing in Division I and all the things I talked about are there. But in terms of probably more so offensively, but even a few things defensively, it's new for everyone right now because we're learning how to. Our job is to put guys in position to be successful individually and collectively, and so we really like the things that we're doing now.
And to your point about everybody talking, it seems like Mike Crawford and everybody really is sort of jumping in, even Aaron Hines out there. It seems like everybody's sort of helping each other.
Right. I mean, I think our guys by nature are a little bit reserved and a little bit quiet, but also the more information that you have and the better student of the game in terms of watching film or listening or doing it repetitively, just studying it, then you're more comfortable with passing the knowledge because you know the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been pretty prevalent so far.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.